Welcome to the Visionist Pathway. Based on popular demand, many of our followers have asked us to begin sharing regular updates about Canadian immigration pathways and opportunities. If you are planning to come to Canada as a visitor, an international student, or you are exploring ways to relocate as a permanent resident, then you should not miss any of our upcoming episodes on immigration and global opportunities. We encourage you to drop your comments and let us know which pathway you are currently considering. Your engagement helps us understand the questions people are asking around the world. Here at Visionist Pathway, we want to clearly state that we do not provide professional or legal immigration advice. Our goal is simply to share experiences, observations, and information that are already available on the official websites of the Canadian government and its agencies. We strongly encourage our viewers and followers to consult licensed immigration consultants or legal advisors before making important immigration decisions. Since the beginning of the government led by Mark Carney under the Liberal Party of Canada, obtaining visas and permits to stay in Canada has become more challenging. This is largely due to intentional immigration quota reviews, policy adjustments, and reductions in certain categories of temporary residents. However, one important truth remains: immigration will never completely stop. Just as the birds of the air migrate from one region to another in search of better conditions, human mobility has always been part of the global story. In this episode, we examine an important geopolitical development: the strategic engagement between Prime Minister Mark Carney and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Their recent meeting aims to strengthen cooperation between Canada and India across several sectors including trade, innovation, research, and talent mobility. One announcement from this engagement has sparked significant global conversation: a major scholarship initiative designed to attract talented students from India to study in Canada. Reports suggest that Canadian institutions and their partners are preparing scholarship funding worth tens of millions of dollars, targeted at students in critical fields such as artificial intelligence, healthcare, engineering, technology, and advanced research. The objective is clear: Canada wants to attract some of the brightest global talents who can contribute to innovation, economic growth, and long-term workforce development. From a broader policy perspective, this reflects an increasing global competition for skilled talent. Countries around the world are investing in education pathways that allow international students to study, gain work experience, and eventually contribute to their economies. Canada is positioning itself as a destination for individuals who can become researchers, innovators, healthcare professionals, entrepreneurs, and community builders. For followers of Visionist Pathway, this development offers an important lesson: the world is changing rapidly, and opportunities often emerge through preparation, education, and strategic planning. Doors may open in unexpected ways, but wisdom is required to recognize them and position ourselves accordingly. If you are an IT professional, healthcare worker, skilled tradesperson, experienced technician, researcher, or a prospective master's or PhD student, Canada may still have opportunities that align with your skills and aspirations. As people of faith and purpose, we must remain informed, prayerful, and proactive. Education remains one of the most powerful instruments for transformation, not only for individuals, but also for families, communities, and nations. Let us stay alert, hopeful, and committed to pursuing knowledge, excellence, peace, and global understanding in a rapidly evolving world. If you are interested in visiting, studying, working, or immigrating to Canada, make sure you subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, like this video, and share it with others so that more people can access timely and practical information. Welcome once again to Visionist Pathway, where knowledge meets purpose.
My elementary schooling was in French and Lebanese language. Lorsque la guerre a éclaté, nous sommes revenus au Canada et j'ai dû m'adapter à un nouveau mode de vie, notamment à la langue anglaise. Upon returning to Canada, I had to adapt to a new way of life, including learning English. Ces événements ont façonné ma façon de comprendre l'expérience des nouveaux arrivants. These events have helped shape how I understand the newcomer experience. I know that immigration can be a powerful opportunity for Canada and newcomers alike when the right strategy is in place. My experience as a lawyer, as a former Minister of Immigration for Nova Scotia, has also inspired valuable insights that shape my decision-making every day. We are approaching the current immigration challenges with determination, with focus, and with compassion. And we're making progress. In January, I was pleased to announce that we met our immigration targets that we set in 2025. That was a big deal, by the way. We met each and every one of them. So it shows you that we can do what we decide to do. Today is a great opportunity to reflect on what immigration in Canada looked like when I took this role 9 months ago, compared to where we are today. I'll discuss how we're regaining control of and restoring stability to Canada's immigration system. I will share some of the many steps that we are taking to ensure the system supports Canada's economy and social fabric. And I'm going to start with the global pandemic that we will never forget, those of us that have lived it, and everyone has in this room. In 2019, when with our healthcare and economy in crisis, Canada used immigration to address urgent labor shortages and to support our recovery. Unfortunately, it also grew our population faster than many Canadian communities could absorb, also putting pressure on housing, on infrastructure, and on social services. When Prime Minister Carney, our new Prime Minister, appointed me as Immigration Minister last May, the task was clear: rétablir le contrôle, l'équilibre et la confiance dans notre système d'immigration, restore control and balance, and rebuild confidence in our immigration system. Attract the best and brightest to advance the Canadian economy, all while meeting our humanitarian objectives. We needed a reset, so we took a thorough, honest look at pressures across the system and worked with partners across government and the country to set clear immigration targets within a measured framework. Canadians gave our government a clear mandate to reduce and stabilize immigration, and that is what we are doing. We've reduced new permanent residents to less than 1% of the population. Nous réduisons la population de résidents non permanents, y compris les étudiants étrangers et les travailleurs temporaires, pour atteindre l'objectif de moins de 5% d'ici à la fin de 2017. We are reducing the non-permanent resident population, including international students and temporary workers, to reach the target of below 5% by the end of 2027. Nous modernisons notre système d'octroi de l'asile. We are modernizing our system of asylum. Nous observons déjà des résultats, and we are clearly seeing results. 2025, asylum claims declined by a third. We also saw over 50% fewer arrivals of temporary workers and international students in 2025 than in 2024. And we are already seeing positive impacts. Rents are trending down in general. Here in Toronto, rents are down, and the city has reported easing demand from refugees and asylum seekers. As a result, confidence in immigration is starting to return. We've achieved this in part by paying attention to local, provincial, and territorial priorities, and by focusing on results people can see in their daily lives. Lorsque les nouveaux arrivants aident à combler des besoins en main-d'œuvre, à construire plus de maisons et améliorer l'accès aux soins de santé, tous les Canadiens en profitent. When newcomers help fill labor gaps, build more homes, strengthen access to healthcare, all Canadians benefit. Confidence grows when outcomes are predictable for employers, for communities, and for the country. So in a city like Toronto, where global talent, capital, and innovation intersect, predictability is essential. Institutions need to know the rules that will be applied and that they will be applied consistently and will not change midstream.